Hey, this is Marine Mike with Marine Mike's Hobby Adventures, and in today's video we're going to be doing a office decoration that is in the shape of a metal cactus. So stay tuned.
Everything is so beautiful.
Alright guys, so I got us a little head start. Wife came to me, said she wants a cactus, a metal cactus. So I thought, why not do an office decoration? So that's what I'm working with. I didn't have measurements for it or anything, and I had some 1.5-inch square tubing laying around, so I'm just kind of winging it. Let's see where it goes. Went ahead and got started cutting some loose ends off. You always want to cut your rough ends off because, as you can see here, maybe not, let's see. There you go, you can see some of those uneven edges. You always want to try to do your best no matter what you do. You do it right the first time, you don't have to come back and do it again. Anyways, so was cutting some stuff off, and I'm using this as my push block. But getting up into the 45 cut and cutting the other length off, and I said, well, you know what? People might want to see what's going on and how you get those kind of cuts. With my bandsaw, it's not completely set true. I did my best using my square to try to level it out, you know, once I set it. But like I said, it's not completely perfect, so you'll see me moving it back and forth every now and then. And then of course a file to file your edges off. Tried using that, no bueno with my system. But in case you were confused on the 45s, these are going to be the 45s I'm fixing to cut. And then I'll have to cut 2 more that I'm realizing. So we'll get back to that. Hey, we're recording! All right, I'm not sure if you can see this, but I've got my blue welder's pencil and this pencil side by side. And this pencil looks a little bigger, so that tries to tell me that this picture is probably a little bit smaller in actual size. So what I did, or what I'm going to do, is measure this out from point to point. Let's just go off this edge. We're about 7.5 inches. Then I come from here, corner to corner, we're about 3 inches. So these are going to be about half as long as this middle piece. So since I'm going to go with a, let's see, what piece was this again? Since I'm going to go with a 10-inch piece, I'm going to make these 2 edges 5 inches. 5 inches, 5 inches, that way I remember. And then I looked at this, and yeah, it is a little bit smaller because this is 1.5 inches and it's smaller than that. So this seems to be about half of that. So I'm just going to go 1 inch spacing. And that's where this comes into play. It should be about 1 inch. 7/8. See what this one is. 7/8. It's a cactus. It doesn't have to be perfect. One thing to remember is, since this piece I'm making or have made is now 10 inches and I'm doing these half, that is going to be from outside corner to outside corner, not inside to inside, because that would really mess it up. And then outside to outside. So let's go ahead and make these cuts. Actually, while we're here, we can go ahead and just mark these down. 5 inches. Alright, double check that before you cut it. Yep, that'll be 5 inches and the inside will be shorter. Alright, let's go ahead and get those cuts. That's not very straight. Where are we at? Not very straight at all. That's alright though. I got a grinder. We'll make it work. Alright, so just flip that over and copy it. Reason what I was saying is flip it over and copy it is, you already got your 45 cut. So then you just measure, cut that off, and it'll be the same as this. So what I need to do is figure out what we're going to do here. Probably some kind of back plate, or not back plate, but bottom plate, wherever I determine that I want to stop it. These, you could actually let them fall on down. Problem with that is if you lost a paper clip in there or something, then you're going to have to turn the whole thing sideways. Personally, if I lost a paper clip in there, it'd be in there for good. But paper clips, erasers, you know, bubble gum, whatever you want to put down there. Let's do that. This message is brought to you by Bang. Just kidding, not affiliated with anybody. But these are good. All right, so out of piles of metal, your wife comes up with an idea and says, make me that. And you say, all right, honey, I'll do that. So you gather all your tools, you make all your cuts, and boom, you make her that, but you don't weld it. You just give it to her just like that. That probably wouldn't work. So we're gonna go ahead and weld it up. But I was just talking about, there's your center piece, or the center of your 10 inches. And I put it center and it didn't quite look right, so I just kind of finicky with it. Played with it here and there. And let's see. That one could go a little higher, but not all cactus look the same. Yeah, I like that. Of course, that'll be welded nice and tight. Oh, you know what? We still gotta come up with something to stop those pins from falling all the way down. All right, we'll do that. All right, so now we're gonna be cutting the base plate, and I'm just going about 3 by 7, something like that. All right, so you can imagine this is your base plate, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this 1.5 inch strapping and run it across the bottom, or across the sides I should say, and make a little wraparound. Hopefully that'll work just fine. So we need to measure, we'll just use the base plate here, and go ahead and make our lines and make our cuts. All right, get those cut up and we should be good. So I could have taken my base plate and I could have taken my 1 inch strap and I could have tried to wrap it around, but anybody working with metal knows this stuff doesn't bend very well. I don't have a bending machine. There's ways to do it, but I just figured cut it, weld the corners, grind it a little, call it good. I'm sure the wife's gonna love it. But if she doesn't, I'm gonna get that reaction on YouTube. And you can be the judge. Comment, like, share, all those good things. Tell her she's lucky to have me, I don't know, something like that. All right, let's do this. All right, it's been a while since I've welded, so we're gonna do a couple practice runs, make sure I'm still good to go. All right, so now we just gotta put our square together and tack it and weld it. All right, let's see if we can get it tacked in. All right, so we got our basic box, as you can see here. Quick little tacks, no big deal. Looks pretty square. All right, and inside's looking good. Side's done. Thing's warm. Let's let it cool off. All right, hopefully my big old shoulder is gonna block the view, but I'm gonna try to get this weld going. I don't even know if it'll show up on camera. But before you weld anything, you always want to try to get it semi-permanent in place with magnets or jigs or whatever you can do, because metal will move on you when it gets warm. Hopefully my box didn't move, but we'll see. Like I was saying a while ago, it's tacked up, but it's gonna move on you. So best thing to do is move this out of the way. And flip it over before it starts moving on you some more. Alright, that's pretty much done, but I'm going to go ahead and get the edges too. We'll let it cool off for a little bit. There we go. Gonna show you what we're working with. And then I'll still come in and get those edges, get these backside edges. Oh, where are we at? Box. Alright, here's our box. We're just gonna ground that bottom off. Make it nice and smooth. Round over the corners. Inside is pretty much done. And then mount the Cactus to this after we get this ground down. Flap wheels, gotta love them. If you don't know what a flap wheel is, that's a flap wheel. As soon as it decides it wants to focus. Maybe it won't. All right, back to flapping. All right, so I don't know why I decided the bottom needed to be completely smooth, other than, or completely shiny, other than just being smooth on her table. But yeah, there's that, and then there's the corners, nice and rounded over. Made sure there was no burrs. Yeah, I like it. Pretty good. Actually, she's not gonna be wearing gloves, but make sure. All right, we're good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to smooth the Cactus down. Alright, so yeah, I got a little carried away with this Cactus. It's all shiny, now I get to paint it green. That's what I'm going to do different about the one I saw was just metal and a little bit of weld. But I think it'll look pretty sharp being green. For those that don't have an imagination and they're like, well, what is that? I can't tell what it is. Or for those who have never even seen a big cactus in Arizona or New Mexico. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. Alright, so I have it ready to tack up and then finish welding that little Cactus to its new little permanent base. Alright, since it's not structural or anything, it does not have to be welded extremely strong or nothing like that. It's just for decoration. It's an office ornament. But I'll come back. I mean, everybody's seen paint and body and everything like that, but I'll come back and paint this green. I believe I'm gonna paint that flat black. But other than that, it's pretty much done. Let me know what you think. If you like it, get with me. I can either show you how I did it with some more measurements or whatever. If you don't like it, let me know. If you think it was entertaining, share it. Help my channel grow. All right, so me being the little prankster I am. My wife's on her way home. She has no idea. I know she probably thinks I'm working on something, but because I did post a picture to Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Marine Mike's Hobby Adventures on Instagram. And then my Facebook is Mike V. Choate. Feel free. But anyways, like I was saying, I am waiting on her to come home. And I've got this set up. So this is her drive. She parks right here, right? Of course. Gunner's parked here. But anyways, she parks here. And here's this. Well, when she pulls in, she's not going to be able to see anything. Funny thing is, I got the real cactus right here. Well, metal cactus. I'm gonna tell her I made that for her. So I'm gonna just like lift this up out of the way. Da, 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 da. She's gonna be like, oh, this sucks. Anyways, we'll be back. Hey, the watch Awesome. Yeah, baby.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why?
Come on. Hurry quickly. I'll get your stuff. Come on.
Why?
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Act like you've been at work all day. Jeez. Ta-da. I printed a picture for you. No, I'm just kidding. Stay. Golly, give me this. Why don't you move the board?
You want me to move the board?
Yeah, move the board. Make it quick.
I'm trying.
Come on. What?
Babe,
What's wrong?
stop it.
Oh, fine. Can't accept fine gifts, I swear.
I mean, did a pretty good job.
Thanks. It only took me like 30 seconds. Ta-da. Okay, go ahead and lift that box. Oh, it's sideways, son of a bitch! Ah, ta-da.
That's really cool, baby.
There's the reveal.
I like it.
Alright.
I think it's awesome.
Thanks, man. Get that shit
It's
on.
even got, I can put stuff there too.
Yeah, that's kind of why I built it like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, what do you think?
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Aw, yay.
Thank you,
See ya.
baby.